Hey there, Saber fans, Shamim here. I have a new custom saber to show off to you guys. And this guy is, well, let's just say that I'm extremely happy with how it turned out. I am calling this custom saber the Firestorm. And it is me trying out a combination of my shattering technique along with powder coating. So let's do a little bit of background. The hilt itself is a 2014 Saberforge Gladius, one of their older models. I stripped out all the original internals, and then I stripped the original finish and applied a super chrome powder coat. And then I also, over that chrome powder coat, applied an intense blue. I used the same color combo on my recent Ice Walker video. And then what I did, once it was all shiny blue, is I used the Dremel and applied the Shattering all across the hilt. So what that did was it exposed the bare aluminum underneath. So it was all blue, and then the cracks were all silver. And then what I did was I took a translucent copper powder coat and applied it over the entire hilt. So what that did was it filled in all the exposed cracks with this nice orangey copper color that you see. And then what it did over the blue was it darkened it to a sort of brownish purple that you see here. You know, it was very, very dark. Some sections of it are still a little lighter blue, and some sections of it are much darker, because I intentionally didn't apply the powder coat evenly across the hilt. So what that did was it gave an effect of like a fiery lightning storm up in the sky at midnight, up in the midnight sky. So hence the name Firestorm. Internally, it's a Nano Biscotti V3 soundboard. You have two sound fonts, Gojira and Ruiner. Both of them are mine. Both of them come with Thundercrack or Lightning Storm custom boot up sounds, very quick. It's a 28mm premium speaker, full internal 3D printed chassis. You have a 12mm switch and a recharge port with kill key. Both of them are nutted and bolted from the inside, so they're not going anywhere. The LED is a Luxeon Tri-Rebel Deep Red, Red, Amber. So the deep red and the red mix for a very nice medium red for the main blade, and then the amber comes in for the flash on clash, giving it a nice blood orange effect. So that's cool. We have a custom blade plug up here. This is the Saberforge Apprentice tier blade plug, one of their older ones. And I colored it and then clear coated it to sort of match the fiery storm effect of the rest of the hilt. So this guy is solid. It's great for dueling. It also would make a great shelf queen. I mentioned this because like most of the recent videos that I've been doing of sabers where I'm trying out new techniques, I'm putting this guy up for sale. So I have the knowledge now of whether it looks cool or not, and I think it does. So I can use this now on future commissions and future projects for myself. Let's take a quick look at the Shattering itself up close. And I also want to talk a little bit about just my Shattering technique, if you don't mind. Whether you mind or not, I don't care, because, you know, it's my video, so... what I like to do when I start dremeling is start at the bottom and then work my way up to the top. So the shattering is not random. Some of it is not going left, some is not going right, up, down. It all is flowing in one general direction. And that's just how I personally like to do it. So shattering is less like physical damage, like it fell to the ground and it cracked, and more like someone force blasted it with lightning or something, and then the lightning struck somewhere and like just coursed up the hilt. That's sort of my philosophy behind it. So I like to start at the bottom, and then usually what you'll be able to do is take one thread and follow it from one end of the hilt all the way up to the top. So let's start with this guy, for example. Let's start down here, and we can follow it all the way up through the middle, through the switch section, and then it can go all the way up to the top of the emitter. In this case, it branches off, and then this other branch also goes all the way up to the top of the emitter. So I like to have one or two lines that go from the top to the bottom all the way unbroken, But then I also like to mix that with parts that, so like if we start down here, this thread goes all the way up to the top, but it also branches off and this part ends here. You know, if we're following this thread, this part branches off, and where's another part? So like this part branches off and it ends right here. It doesn't connect and go all the way up. So it's a mixture of ones that go all the way up to the top and then ones that just kind of end here or end here, and that don't go all the way up to the top. So that's kind of how I like to do my shattering. Yeah, so let's get her fired up, and here are some of these fonts. I believe this is Ruiner. The amber flash on clash is hard to see with just the blade plug. I'll throw in a blade and you can see it much more clearly. Now let's switch to Gojira. His battle cry echoes out throughout the fiery sky, or something poetic like that. Let's throw the blade in there. As I mentioned, this guy is solid. Let's unscrew that a bit more. This guy is solid, great for dueling. So there you can see your red, deep red, and amber LED. The inside had been powder coated, but I sanded it down to allow for a smooth entry and exit of the blade and the blade plug, if you know what I mean. Where's the switch? So there's your red. It's a nice mixture. Because it's a mixture of deep red and red, you get just a hint of the pinkish on camera, but it is still, you also get a lot of the yellowy orange that you would get on camera. So in person, it's a really lovely shade of red. And there on camera now, the amber flash on clash is much easier to see. I added a very intense flicker, again, because a firestorm in the midnight sky, you'd imagine that it would not be a very calm event. Now let's switch to Ruiner. It's a wonderful two-handed grip, the Gladius. So yeah. Firestorm. One-of-a-kind custom saber. I'm putting it up for sale. Link is below. If this is a kind of pattern that you want on one of your custom sabers, hit me up. I'm not accepting commissions at the moment, but hopefully sometime in 2017, once I've finished up with my existing list, God willing, I'll be able to start taking new commissions. So hit me up below. We can talk. Yeah, if you're interested in purchasing, I said the link is below. Thank you all so much for watching, and may the Force be with you.